Hello, viewers. Yes, when you see me, you know it is Big League Soccer. And I have with me my Arsenal friends. After 9 years, Arsenal finally broke the cup jinx. They have not gone the Benfica way. So we start the program by praising Arsenal and Wenger. Arsenal, Baba, Arsenal, Julius, Arsenal of Gunners, Arsenal.
Hey, for life.
You see, that is one problem you have when you don't have anthem. Unlike Liverpool, I mean, we know our anthem. The world knows the anthem. But Arsenal, maybe after this season, they will come up with an anthem that will become world renowned.
But
yes, Julius.
They have anthem.
Well, but not so popular. And you did it the hard way, but eventually you did it. So, how is it feeling like after 9 years, winning the cup for the first time?
Viewer, it's good to be on the show again. I'm highly delighted and happy because not only because we won the FA Cup, but at the
that sounds strange.
Not only because we won the FA Cup, it's because of the method which we won it. Few teams can be down 2 goals and still come back to win such game.
Even against All City.
Well, All City are in the Premiership. They are one of the top side. I mean, they've defeated the like of Liverpool this season and a couple of big teams in the EPL. So for us to come from behind to win it, that's what makes it more interesting for me.
Baba, thank God you didn't have to run away from your street. So what did you tell those fans waiting to lynch you should Arsenal fail?
Well, I didn't have to say much, but there was a drama when the game was on Saturday. Where I was watching it,
Don't tell me when it was 2-0.
I was surrounded by Chelsea fans.
Oh.
I mean, when the first goal came in, they were just a little bit calm. But when the second goal came in, they couldn't contain their how would I put it now, their hatred. And they were celebrating as if it was Chelsea winning the Champions League. And I think I said that Arsenal is going to win this game. Even somebody called from another Chelsea fan, started calling me all the way from Abuja, and you know that I knew Wuton or something like that. But by the time our own goal started coming in, and the whole place was just silent.
But I have one thing against you guys today, talking about Babatunde Sulaiman Alao and Julius Ojeagbase. I mean, long-suffering Arsenal fans. Why is it that in the hour of your glory, you are not decked in your colors? I mean, Baba, I won't take this muffler as being decked in Arsenal's colors. Even when Arsenal were beating black and blue this season, you people were wearing the Arsenal jerseys. So why are you not in Arsenal jerseys?
Actually, you missed the celebration. As a matter of fact, we went to church with our Arsenal jersey. Yes. Today is Monday. Even the pastor that preached was in an Arsenal jersey. And the celebration was from Saturday up to Sunday.
Yes.
Now, you said we've been wearing it when we're not winning. That's to tell you, even at the time that we are at our worst times, we still support
the faith.
Exactly. We still support our team. We don't have to wear our jersey when, like some teams, that is when they are winning, they wear. No, we wear it. Even when we are not doing well, we still wear it. And moreover, like I said, you missed the party. In the church yesterday, it was party.
My Arsenal jersey is soaked in wine.
Yes. It's not an excuse, because viewers of Big League Soccer would love to see you guys. I mean, even you are not so happy. It's like it's normal. You're looking like Barcelona or Man U that keep winning trophies after trophies.
But again, you understand. You see, 9 years we've not won a trophy.
Yeah.
And for some clubs, it's like 40 something years before they could win. We are just 9 years, and in between 9 years, we find different reason why. Yes, why we didn't win it. So we winning it should have come sooner than now. But so if you don't see us rolling on the ground, and we are supposed to be winning trophy.
Okay,
I think I have to add that even though we have not won trophy for the past 9 years, but nobody, even our critics, cannot deny that Arsenal has consistently played good attractive football.
Normal.
And I used to tell our critics, I would say, Arsenal is the reason why you have the English Premier League. Immediately, Arsenal drops out of top 4. What you will have is English League.
Anyway, that's funny. Now,
and for the record, the FA Cup we won is the new one, brand new one. We are the first team to carry the brand new FA Cup. Please, let the other
for life. Now, Baba told us his experience when it was 2-0. Excuse me, Julius, what was it like when you were 2-0 down within the first 10 minutes? In all honesty, did you think, hey, are we going the Benfica way?
Honestly, off camera, I told you, I was in a marriage ceremony when I came in, and I had to hurry my wife for us to go watch the game. And when I got home, it was 30 minutes into the game, and I saw Hurst were already 2-0 up.
Wow.
And,
that was a surprise.
And normally, this season, what happens to me is that when Arsenal is playing and they are down at the goal-wise, I normally don't finish the game. I just walk away because I already know the result. But when I saw 2-0, something in me just say, Arsenal is going to win. So, for the first time, Arsenal down, I sat down, I complete the game. And I did not doubt that Arsenal could do it. And for me, the turning point was the free kick Cazorla played. You know, I was mentioning that the players that could help us. I mentioned Ramsey. And I mentioned the new addition, because we didn't have those players when we played the final, if you remember, against Birmingham. I said those players would be different. And Cazorla with that free kick, I mean, he has played so many free kicks this season. Yeah. And none of it went the way that went. And that for me was the change. And after that goal went in, I knew Arsenal was going to, come back.
Okay, fine. With the cup now secured, Arsene Wenger says it is the turning point for Gunners. I mean, that means as from next season, trophies will be coming. That is my interpretation. Do we all agree on that? That is what it means when he said winning the cup is a turning point for Arsenal.
Well, you could say for more trophies to come, and then we could say when you say turning point, it could mean so many things. Because turning point.
What do you understand by what he said?
It could be you see I think turning point will be Arsenal have now come to the stage where people expect them to be. That at least year in, year out, they should win trophy, no matter which one they win. So he might be saying turning point in that light. And again, the fact that we've won that trophy, now we can attract other players, good players to come to Emirates to play. I think that could be part of it. And then the respect we deserve as a club in England, we finally got it from the likes of the Jose Mourinho.
By winning the FA Cup?
Yes, it's a prestigious trophy in England. As a matter of fact, the king, Prince William's son, was the one that represented that cup.
Sure. Baba, what do you think winning the FA Cup will do for Arsenal? Apart from the morale, I mean, the players now can look at themselves and say, we are kings of England. Now, viewers, there is a difference between being champions and kings. Cup winners are kings, whereas league winners are champions. That is the way it is in Europe. So Arsenal are kings of England. What do you think this will do? Apart from the morale, how do you think this is going to help the club?
I think it's going to do a lot for the player psyche. I mean, going 9 years and trophyless is not something of a joke. And now the desire is back. They have always had desire, and I think I mentioned in the last program that, I mean, those players who are jinxed.
Cup jinxed.
So they're away from our team. Now we have a team, and a team that has tasted victory now. And I don't think they want to stop there. So the turning point, like Julius has said, is now that the turning point, the first statement I think Wenger was saying now is that the trophyless season, I mean, the trophyless era is ended. Now we are starting on a new note. So for me, the turning point is that we will start seeing Arsenal really getting the players that are needed to really contest.
Are you telling me that it's because not Arsenal have not won any cup in 9 years that they didn't get players? They got players, fantastic players. The issue with Arsenal is that they kept selling their best players. Only last season did they stop that.
Exactly.
But 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons, 4, 5 seasons ago, they were selling their best players. Fabregas left, Vieira left, Thierry Henry left. Sami Nasri, I mean, you can count them. Is it because Arsenal were not winning anything that was happening, or because of the club's policy?
It won't be fair to say we are just selling players. I mean, I think even those players at those particular points in time, they want to leave.
Yes, they wanted to leave.
Putting pressure on a club, so you just have to sell them so that you don't lose out at the end of the day if they have to go on a free transfer. So you have to make the best of the situation.
And again, to that is that if you look at those players you mentioned, particularly Fabregas, at that point, Fabregas was a little crying home. He wants to return back home. And when you have a player crying in your club, it's better to because you see it will affect his performance.
Exactly.
And if you look at the player you supposedly sold, for Van Persie that is 1 year on contract and is not planning to extend, and the club needed to get money out of him, because if we have go to Man United and say, you know what, you play 1 year for us and then you go free. So as now look at it, we won't have him next year. So why not just do business and bring in the money?
But I put it to you that winning the FA Cup is not going to make you attract any player that you could have attracted last season or even 2 seasons ago, because I mean Arsenal are in the Champions League, and that for me is a bigger attraction than the FA Cup.
What
we are saying here now is that the fact that jinx has been broken.
The cycle of the players. The players that are coming in, they are coming to meet a players of champion.
Kings.
Exactly. Kings.
Yeah.
They are still
English
champions.
kings.
English champion. Now,
Kings, no.
Okay, English.
City are English champions.
And now the mentality to win is already there.
Is there now.
So they will feel okay. They have that mentality. They can come and join. Because one of the things I will tell you, scarce player, that if we go to that team, year in year out, they just come.
Cop around.
Exactly. But right now they know. Okay.
So Arsenal no more cop around.
Exactly.
If you want to put it that way, we have passed that stage.
Okay, fine. And in spite of winning the cup, the club is certain to lose somebody like Bakary Sagna. I mean, it's going to be a massive loss in my view. Do you have anybody that you are eyeing for that right fullback position? I can't see a Carl Jenkinson, taking over from Bakary Sagna.
But before we say that, I read this morning before I came on studio. Manchester City wanted to talk with him, and then Man United too came.
The guy is a free agent now.
Yes,
he is a free agent.
Listen, but Bakary Sagna told them he still need to talk with his club.
Okay.
Now, what that portends? Now, they didn't win the FA Cup.
Okay.
I would say it will be a one way for Bakary Sagna to just go the way.
Hop off.
Exactly, but with the win, Bakary Sagna now feel okay. We have done something that normally lures this player to go to other team. So he's having a rethink, in my opinion. I don't see him leaving us now.
Okay, but we have to also give credit to Hull City. I mean, they didn't make it easy for Arsenal. I actually thought scoring the first goal was going to make a lot of impact on that game. They scored twice, but they couldn't just hold on. They lost in extra time. But at least they gave everybody a fantastic FA Cup to behold.
One of the things that happened to them is the fact that if you watch them in the first half, they played a pressing game. They used a lot of energy. Yeah. And when you do that, and it profit them because they got 2 goals. Now you see, when you do that and you play with a team that can keep the ball, and you are now looking at you, there's a tendency that you are going to drop gas, which happened. If you see this, Arsenal could have scored 6 goals if they wanted to.
You see, Julius,
they were tired.
It's just that all City need to learn something from Jose Mourinho. They have to learn how to pack the balls. Because, with Chelsea leading 2-0.
What is all City going to learn from a specialist in failure?
Okay, so Mourinho now is a specialist. Chelsea fans, you heard him. Abatunde Alao saying Mourinho is now a specialist in failure.
Yeah,
that's what it means. That's what it means.
I don't know what Hull City is. I mean.
So Hull City, who got to the final, shouldn't learn anything from a coach who didn't
get to the final. What has Mourinho gained with his bus packing and plane packing?
He called it 19th century football when West Ham played it in Stafford.
Anyway, viewers, that is how we're going to go on a short break now. See us on the other side of the program where we go to Spain, where we have a new Liga champions in Atletico Madrid. Catch you on the other side. Welcome back to the show, and we're still expecting the Arsenal fans to at least watch their victory for us. Yes, winning a trophy for the first time in 9 years, we expect them to celebrate it and watch it for us. Until they bring the snacks for us to watch it, we'll keep asking them. But we are now in Spain, where Diego Simeone has cemented his name, has written his name in gold by leading Atletico Madrid, unfancied Atletico Madrid, to break the duopoly of Real Madrid and Barcelona in terms of winning the league and leading the club to win their first league title in 18 years.
Wow.
We said on this program last edition that Atletico will get a result they needed to win that league. It was only Baba who said Barcelona will win. Eventually, Barcelona didn't win, even though they scored first. But Atletico dug deep and they came back to win. Julius, you were among the people who said Atletico will get the result they needed. So, did you see the match?
Yeah, I did see. I saw the match.
Right.
And it's just like I thought it would be. It's going to be tough, which it was. And I emphasized that Barcelona will score, but I know Atletico Madrid will score too. Well, to me, it is not surprise. I'm not that surprised that Atletico got that result. And the fact is, they've been to Santiago, Camp Nou this season, in the Champions League.
Right.
They got the result.
Even in the King's Cup, they got a result there as well. So, even though in the league, the last 6 visits to Camp Nou, they lost.
Yes.
But look at them this season. They were there twice and they were never beaten.
Exactly. So psychologically, an Atletico Madrid side will go to Camp Nou and say, guys, we've done it before and we can do it again. And to be honest, the Barcelona team this season are not that spectacular.
The coach has jumped ship. Gerardo Martinez.
Well, he did that before they asked him to do it. And the truth is, if you watch a Barcelona of this season, Messi have not really sparkled the way he does. And each time they play without Messi really on top of his game, they've always struggled. And that's why I feel, and before the game, that Atletico will have the result.
Baba, will you say overall, Atletico were the best team in the league in Spain this season?
Of course, I have to give it to them. And I expected Barcelona to have risen to the occasion on Saturday, and I think they tried, but it was just not good enough. And so you have to give it to Atletico. They have proven time and time over during the season that they are just simply the best team in Spain. And that's talking of a team that they don't rely on a particular player. I mean, all the players, they play fantastic football. I mean, during that game, Costa picked up injury.
Yes.
I think but they play on as if nothing has happened.
We will not see
and you just can't take it away from them.
Okay, great. And they still have Champions League, which we're going to talk about in our next program. But for now, they can savour the title.
Well,
for the first time in 18 years, and then breaking, because I mean those 18 years, it was only Valencia that interrupted the the Real Madrid, Barcelona duopoly twice. They did it twice. Atletico Madrid have done it now. And what does it tell you against next season? Will they still be the team to beat? Because Barcelona now are definitely going to be under a new coach, so you don't know what is going to happen with that team. But Real Madrid presumably will still have Carlo Ancelotti, who I want to excuse that he probably learning his first taste of Spanish Liga. Next season, he ought to have picked up a very good tips on how to perform. So, will you still stick your neck out for Atletico next season, Baba?
I think one can easily place some bets on Atletico for next season. And there's one fact also that we have not been considering, talking about the coach, Simeone.
Yeah.
He has taken everybody by surprise. And even, I mean, the enthusiasm he shows when his team is playing, when they are playing well or when they are not playing well.
Or like a certain Jose Mourinho who runs here and there.
Understand? It's so captivating and a different brand of excitement from a coach. from what you have been seeing from the likes of Wenger, Ancelotti, and all these older guys. So I mean, so much vibrancy, and if they can keep that team intact, I think they will give anybody a run for their money again next season. Great.
And to Nigerian viewers, you might not remember, but we will remind you here that Diego Simeone was in the team that the Dream Team defeated in the final of the Atlanta 96 Olympics. That is the team led, captained by Iwako Kano, with the team that had JJ Okocha, Victor Ipeba, Teslim Fatusi, Garuba Lawal. Simeone was in the team. He was even their archet man, their own Gattuso. You know, but we still won 3-2. I mean, coming back twice before we won that game. So he has become a very, very successful coach today. We are waiting whether the coaches or anybody in that group too will rise and do what, because I mean,
maybe Olise,
yes, but he's more of a pundit now than a coach, even though he has the badges. Amokachi too was in that team. He has the badge and is a national team coach, unless of course if Nigeria goes on to win the World Cup, as somebody here says, Nigeria can win the World Cup.
I think the problem we have from with our own players is that, I mean, if you check most of all these players, ex-internationals, most of them, they want to go straight to coach the national team. I mean, most of them, they don't have that idea of going ahead. I mean, to face the rigor of coaching a club side, which takes a lot of, I mean, rigor and time consuming. So it's like they want an easy way out, and it's not going to work.
But the fact there could be a lot of factors that will make that happen. I think the facility we have in the club level, all right, for a coach that, you know, they are exposed to good equipment, train abroad, and they've seen what it is. And come on now, you come to a local team, you're asking them to get to a bid.
No, but Julius, I'll cut you short there. Couldn't they start abroad? Since they played there with some merit. Okay, I mean, Simeone is not from Spain. He's an Argentine. But he's gone to Spain, where he played for Atletico Madrid before he now became a coach. I mean, Olise could go to Ajax. He could go to Borussia Dortmund.
Agreed.
I mean, with his qualification.
Agreed.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
Even to go to a smaller club in Europe, maybe in Belgium. He played in Belgium. You could coach there, make your name, before you now aspire to become the Super League.
I agree with you, absolutely. But I don't know what it takes for you to be a coach.
Olise has the credentials.
Hold on. I know. You don't understand. I don't know what it takes to coach in some of this country. I don't know. Maybe if those badges you did,
he has the badges.
He has the badges.
But I feel, you know, I agree with you. They should take those clubs in the country they've trained. I agree absolutely. Like I said, I don't know why they are not doing it. But if you say to come and coach here in the local league,
I'm not even I won't advocate that.
Exactly.
I mean,
and why?
The national team is certain in Nigeria. It's different from the clubs. In fact,
there's nothing to talk about.
Right? We are talking of ex-international.
It will run you mad.
Exactly.
Especially for somebody who
they can come in and bring the agent of change we need.
No.
But you know it won't happen. Just like that in Nigeria. No, let's not go there. Okay? It's another terrain. Yes, so that is it. We congratulate Atletico Madrid, just as we congratulate Bayern Munich. Yes, Guardiola landed his 4th trophy over the weekend. Like Arsenal, they also had to go to extra time. Although, unlike Arsenal, Bayern had to defeat the second best team in Germany. That's talking about Borussia Dortmund. The game went into extra time before Arjen Robben and Thomas Müller scored the 2 goals that gave Bayern the Dutch Pokal. That is the German FA Cup. Cool. So that's the 4th trophy that Guardiola has won in his first season. Yet, the world still feels like he has underachieved. Julius, will you explain why?
Well, I don't know what they are saying, because if the reason to coach a club is that
Real Madrid defeated them terribly in the Champions League.
Well, that's pride. That's
as defending champions.
That's pride, because that's talking about pride of the club. The hierarchy in the club feel that's a slight on them for them to be taken to cleaners the way they do. Exactly. And please, what they did to Barcelona came back to them. Yes, came back to them. So you can you can feel that those kind of things only happen once in seasons. So I don't think that should remove anything for what the coach have achieved.
Because 4 trophies
exactly in his first season.
His first season.
Exactly. So they should
the atmosphere still feels very underwhelming.
They should celebrate him.
Or could it be because he inherited a treble-winning team? Because I mean, Bayern were all conquering last season.
But you and I said it on this program over
We're not going to do it.
and you know there is I don't know if it is a jinx or something that you don't win the Champions League and then retain exactly. And again, if you look at it, what Guardiola have done could be seen as people are not being successful. But guys, we keep saying that it's even difficult to manage a successful team.
Yes, and to win
trophy again. So I think he has done well, in my opinion.
Okay. And Baba, Juventus made history in Italy by becoming the first club to clock 100 points plus in the league. They actually came to 102 with their victory in their last game of the season. You know, it's never been done in Italy. No club has reached 100 points. But Juve, they are finishing with 102. Having won 33 matches, they lost only twice. The whole season, they lost only twice.
I think they are just living up to their tag of
and they have won the league now 3 consecutively.
Yeah.
Back to back.
So I think they are living to their tag of being known as the old lady. They have seen it all.
Football.
You know, and they have the players, they have the maturity. I mean, the organization in the club, I mean, you have to give it to them. So it comes to play out, I mean, for a team to achieve such. Because if you don't have the hierarchy, if you don't have the organization in place, I mean, if there are no stability, I mean, there's no way you can achieve that.
And like Man United, AC Milan, another big name in European football, will not even feature in Europa League. Let's not even talk about Champions League. They failed to qualify for the Europa League. So what is the future for the Rossoneri's?
I think it's the end of an era. Down those clubs you mentioned have dominated and dominated.
Yes.
And I think if you look at those clubs you called, there have been so much changes in personnel and in the coaching particularly. So that's why we are seeing what we are seeing. And I think what the future holds for them, I think they have to still go through the coils and the pros to be able to, you know, bring another team that could, you know, compete again. And that's what they are going to be building on now.
Okay. So viewers, that is how we want to end it on this program. Please don't forget to post your comments and subscribe. We have said a whole lot of things here. Do you think Arsenal have turned the corner? If you think so, like Wenger said, please post your comments. Or do you think it has been an underwhelming season for Bayern Munich and Pep Guardiola, despite the fact that the Spaniard won 4 trophies in his first season? Then will you say Juve, I mean, yes, they've not been successful in continental tournaments, but they remain the strongest force in Italy, winning the league 3 successive times, and they have been the most successful club in Italy. The club won 102 points for the first time. Do you think they can transform that form into Europe when next season they go into the Champions League? Because recently they've not fared well, whether Champions League or the Europa League. These are the issues we have for you and many more. We would love to read your comments. Viewers, this is how we say ciao for now. Catch you later in the week when we're going to review the Champions League final that will hold in Lisbon. Ciao.